Hello students, in our last class we discussed about the polynomials, types of polynomials and zero of the polynomials, value of the polynomials, factor theorem, remainder theorem. So now in this class how to find the zeros from the graph actually. So now today we are going to discuss about the quadratic polynomial, how to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial on the graph actually. Not only quadratic polynomial, we can see any polynomial actually. So see here if the polynomial in the variable x, the polynomial in x variable, see it is a polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6. This polynomial will have two zeros. Now the two zeros they intersect on x-axis at two different points actually. So now here the graph is intersecting the x-axis at 2 points. Therefore it has how many zeros? So number of zeros will be 2. Zeros are 2 and 3. So only two zeros are there. So we have to see the intersecting of the graph with the x-axis. If the polynomial in x variable, we have to see the intersection or the meet of the graph with the x-axis. Here the graph is meeting the x-axis at 2 points actually. Now see this one here. Here the graph is meeting the x-axis at 1 point. That is at 2 actually. So here the number of zeros will be how many? Equal to 1. So zeros are only 2. 2 is the zero of the polynomial. So here we have seen the two zeros, here we have seen the 1 0. Now see this one, third example. Third example. Now if we see the graph actually here, it is intersecting at 3 points. So it has how many zeros now? Number of zeros are 3. Then zeros will be minus 1 at 0 and 1. Now if we see this one, it is works for the polynomial y is equal to px. So we are discussing about the polynomial with variable x only. Now the third example, fourth example. So here it is not intersecting the x-axis at any point. So it will have how many zeros? So there are no zeros actually. Number of zeros, no zeros. Okay, it is fourth example. Now if we see the fifth example, we are discussing about the polynomial with variable x. Now it is intersecting on the y axis. So here also we will have the number of zeros as no zeros. It is fifth one. Okay students, you got how to find the number of zeros from the graph actually, and how to write the zeros from the graph. Now we are going to discuss about the how to find the zeros for the given quadratic polynomials. Now see example. Find the zeros of the following polynomial. First one, x square minus 5x plus 6. We take it as p of x actually. Now, so we have to go with the factorization method to find the zeros of this polynomial. Let's take this polynomial as equal to 0. So write p of x equal to 0, and then we have to write x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Order we have to follow. So we took p of x equal to 0. Here what is the p of x? The polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6. We have to take it as also equal to 0. Now we will go with the factorization. What is the coefficient of x square here? 1. So coefficient of x square into constant term. So what is the coefficient of x square here? If there is no coefficient, it is 1 only. 1 into constant is 6 actually. 1 into 6 how much? 6. So the possibilities, factors of 6 here. 1 into 6. 2 3s are 6. Okay. So we have two pairs actually here. And what is the coefficient of x actually? Coefficient of x is minus 5. So on add or subtract, we have to get minus 5. So if we take 6 as nothing but minus 6, so 1 minus 6 we are getting minus 5. But on multiplying we are not getting plus 6 here. What we got? 1 into 6. The coefficient of x square into constant term. How much we got here? Plus 6. But here now on multiplying 1 into minus 6 we are not getting plus 6. So this is not our answer actually. Now see here. 2 plus 3 is 5. And what is minus 2 and minus 3? Minus 2 and minus 3 is also minus 5 only now. Minus 2 and minus 3 gives minus 5. And if we multiply minus 2 into minus 3, minus into minus it becomes plus, 2 3s will become 6. So it is satisfying. So we can write this minus 5x as x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. Now, so from these two, from here you take x common, from here you can take C3 common. Here x square is nothing but x into x. Here x is there. Oh, what is the common here? X is the common. Now here 3, here there is no x actually. We cannot take x common actually. So what we can take? 3 and 6. 3 and 6. So in 3 table we get 6 only now. So 6 can be written as 3 2s are 6. So from here take x common. X out of x into x, 1x out. Here also 1x out, remaining is 2 actually. Minus 3 we are taking common. When we are taking minus common, the minus will become the plus. The minus term will become the plus, and the positive term will become the negative. So x So plus is there here, we took minus out, so then this plus will become minus 3 2s are 6, 3 into 2 no, 3 came out, 2 is left, equal to 0. Now if we see here, x minus 2 is there common here, take x minus 2 common, so into x minus 3. So when both will be equal to 0, actually either x minus 2 will be equal to 0 or x minus 3 will be equal to 0, then it will satisfy this equation. Take x minus 2 will be equal to 0, take x minus 3 equal to 0, x is equal to 2, if we send minus 2 that becomes plus 2, if we send minus 2 that will get plus 3. So therefore, what are the zeros actually? Zeros are 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So a doubt is there here? No doubt. So if the question is like this, second question. If p of x plus 3 into x plus 7, take p of x equal to 0, x plus 3 into x plus 7 equal to 0. Directly we can take x plus 3 into x plus 7 will be equal to 0. No need to multiply. Either x plus 3 will be equal to 0 or x plus 7 will be equal to 0. If we send plus 3, that will become minus 3. If we send 7, that will become minus 7. So what are the zeros now? Minus 7 and minus 3. Therefore zeros are minus 7 and minus 3. Now we are going to discuss one more example, that is third example. If p of x is equal to x to the power of 4 minus 625, x to the power of 4 minus 625. See here, x to the power of 4 minus 625, we can write equal to 0 actually. So see here, how we can write x to the power of 4 minus 625? Don't write x to the power of 4 and y to the power of 4. See here, x square whole square. 2 into 2 how much 4 you know? And 625 is also perfect square, that is 25 whole square. So now it is the which formula actually? A square minus b square formula. What is a square minus b square formula? So a square minus b square formula is a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b. In place of a, what is the here? X square. In place of b is 25 here. X square plus 25 into x square minus 25 equal to 0. Now either x square plus 25 will be equal to 0 or x square minus 25 will be equal to 0. So in that side x square is equal to minus 25, send square, that will become x is equal to plus or minus root minus 25. Don't simplify my ears. Minus 20, root minus 25 is a complex number actually. It is not a real number. So don't write as 5 square or minus 5 square and don't cancel actually. So x is equal to plus or minus root minus 25, and if we send that side x square is equal to 25. So send x is equal to plus or minus, what is 25 we can write as 5 square. Square will be cancelled, square and square root, x is equal to plus or minus 5. So therefore zeros of p of x are minus root minus 25, root minus 25, comma, one is minus 5, one is plus 5. See here. Now these two are not real roots. These two are real roots. In the examination, if he says to write only the real roots, means we have to write minus 5 and 5. Don't write minus root minus 25 and root minus 25. So this is about the zeros of the polynomial, how to calculate. Is there any doubt here? So understood now everyone? So how to find? First we have to express in the form of a square minus b square. That is a plus b into a minus b. So here we can, if you want, you can simplify that. X square minus 25 can be written as 5 square also. 5 square, again you can use a square minus b square formula. That is x plus 5 into x minus 5. Again you can go in that method also. So I hope you understood today's topic actually. In the next class we will discuss about the graphs. Okay? Thank you.